since they lost at HCS Charlotte. I feel like that lit a fire underneath these guys, and we already know they're insane, so they get even better going into Worlds. The rest of the competition has to be watching out.
I think the question for OpTic is, can they just lock in? One tournament left. We know that they've had focus on the other side of the gaming aisle, if you will, but this is it. You got one final week to put all of your eggs into the World Championship basket. As Formal, the world champ himself, everybody for OpTic, defending world champ at that, as Renegade looks to push through. He's got Mental, aggressively pushes out, sees the chase grenade and thinks twice, but he's still got Renegade down to one shot, so very impressive. Renegade gonna call for help and turn that into a 2v1, but hey, Mental does a good job to trade out.
It trades out, but yeah, Complexity have the ball here on the red side. We've talked about the strategy for this game mode being more heavily focused on that side. Formal was watching that portal. Gotta watch your head there, as he's gonna advance forward with it and probably force this ball player to drop it. But this is a decent early start, but not when you go 4 dead. You have to imagine OpTic will be able to take the lead here.
Yeah, Complexity do take the early lead, able to secure 16 seconds, but it feels like OpTic are gonna secure a little bit of that and then some after taking down all 4 for Complexity. Formal has been a menace with the snipe, and he's still got 5 shots left.
5 shots left, and he knows exactly where his targets are lurking. Was probably a little worried about grenading Legend. Mental's going to win that fight regardless. Formal doesn't feel comfortable, so he's going to burn a little bit of ammo. Finds a trade. Will only drop, I think, 2 bullets there, maybe 1. But all the while, Complexity content to hold this ball and regain some of their momentum.
Bound. Nice cleanup there, as he was clean-upable himself. Stays alive. Reshields, repositions, trying to find that snipe. There he goes. Finally gets it. 3 go down for Complexity. And so for the last minute or so, OpTic have held the numbers advantage and the oddball in their hands. Rhino, though, pushing in, takes down Bound with the aggressive play, but he'll trade out. Formal shoots him in the gluteal to take him down as well. Formal trades out. It's been a trade fest here at Red.
And both teams really just trying to get control of this oddball, and a non-stop just Congo line of players pushing in here. Did Legend stick himself?
He did! That was diabolical!
Wait.
Did he mean to do that?
There's no shot he just kamikazed on purpose.
I meant to do it. Well, what do you mean? Yeah, imagine if we asked him. That'd probably be his response, even if he didn't.
Okay, it's year 4. I have never seen anyone do that. Like, that was crazy.
Wow. That was like Ryanoob-esque against Ryanoob himself. Granted, it wasn't Ryanoob pushing in on that play there on Legend, but with Ryanoob in the lobby, takes a trick out of the old book.
We're gonna assume it was on purpose because he's a Legend. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. That was crazy. But they've now taken the lead, doubled up on it. Complexity, though, gets 3 dead. Look very good. Keeping this competitive, and especially when they kill Formal immediately off spawn. They're kind of letting OpTic spawn in blue and just immediately aggressing them. This is the type of aggression that you need to beat a team like OpTic.
A few shaky shots there from Cherish, but he's able to regroup and regain. Take down Bound, Legend in the ice hall. Takes down 1, but he ultimately trades out. Long range insta-splode. I believe kept Renegade down to 1 shot, but he's able to still take down Rhino, but he goes down shortly after. How many trades have we seen so far in this match, Eli? And the results have filtered down into the score. 43-49. It's been a trade fest all throughout.
Really like Bound's rotation with the oddball there. Saw where his teammates were spawning, moves it towards them, opens the spawns in red, tells the team where to look for the next engagement. Formal can't land the no-scope on the first one. Second one is no good, nor the third. Mental being so tricky with his movement makes himself a hard target.
Alice hasn't been able to switch to a player that doesn't ultimately go down.
Just
Like
die instantly. He's like, am I observing FFA again? Like, this is probably feels like observing the FFA.
That's what it looks like. My God. There has been a lot of slays secured in this one, and 54 seconds to the name of each of these 2 teams, with Complexity taking a momentary advantage in the score sheet, 56-54. This one couldn't be closer. Cherished! QTs and knew exactly what its destination was. Google Maps.
Oh, that was so sick. You have to think that like Formal was probably watching the portal for a period of time. The second he looks away from it is when Cherish comes through and gets the back smack. Love to see that if you're a Complexity fan. 70 points now as they've taken the lead. OpTic kind of getting to the position where they've got to go.
Yep, and go they will. Formal. That opening break slay onto King Nick opens up the ice side of the map. That's what allows Legend to push through here freely as Formal sets up the clamp. Perfect execution there. Formal earns the assist. And what should be more ball time for OpTic.
OpTic's one of those teams that might give up the lead at some point, but they are so good at just deciding to not make any more mistakes and just take over as they're doing exactly that. They're just like, you know what? We kind of played a little bit too aggressive. Let's stop scamming and play perfect. And they might just do that.
Is that like one of those Solitude invisible ledge jumps right there we saw from Renegade? I might be a noob asking that question, but looks like some.
There's a little TV screen you can jump off of to get up there.
Almost looked like he like thrust jumped from Halo 5 to get to that ledge. Nonetheless, Renegade will fall, but not before regaining the lead. It has been so close. Just a few seconds feels like every time there's a stop in the action, you look at the score, and it's close. Still is. And we're in the end game. Both teams at about 80 seconds, we'll call it on average. One final hold, one final push could be the difference here. As Complexity, not a good time to go 3 down. This could be it for OpTic in round 1.
And Ryan really needed to get one of those kills. He had 2 players, 1 shot, but goes down. And I think that might have just lost him the round. Had Ryan got even one of those 2 kills, this entire situation looks different. Instead, it's OpTic with the comeback victory. Like I said, sometimes they just decide, let's stop scamming. Let's win this round. And they do exactly that.
Speaking of scam, how about that no reticle, no HUD snipe that we saw there from Complexity? They lose the round, but at least they can take that to their name here in round number 2. And look at this, Rhino. That got called out, though. I like the aggressiveness to go straight for the ball, but he did not have the numbers, much less the damage to do so, and Complexity are going to get bit for it.
Yeah, 3 were dead off the rip. That means OpTic likely have the sniper once again. This is exactly what happened at the beginning of the last round. Well, didn't find a ton of success with the sniper before, finds a body shot this time, and Legend might be able to pick up the remains of that sniper. Yes, he's going to inch his way forward, but both teams still battling for the sniper. Oddball was not able to get into either team's hands just yet.
45 seconds off the clock, and nobody able to secure ball time off the starting point. Nice bounce pass grenade there from Renegade. Takes down Rhino. He now splits the map in half, takes down 2 in the form of Mental. No double kill, but it's 2 nonetheless.
Fun fact for you, while we had Renegade on our screen, Renegade has the most LAN wins in Halo Infinite history with 8. Has a chance to make history at Worlds should OpTic come out the victors. He's also won LAN tournaments with 3 different teams. The only player that can say that.
Yeah, I guess, what, C9, OpTic, and
Yes.
who's the third?
FaZe.
FaZe, that's right, duh. Tier 2. Here we go. All right, Ryan Noob back in control with the snipe. Only 2 shots left to work with, though. Formal's going to make it tough for him to secure much value out of that. After earning 5 perfect shots, he sets his sights onto Ryan Noob. I imagine he's pushed up since then. He has. He doesn't quite know. Yes, he does. He actually assumed. I don't think there's any call-outs. Assumes that Ryan Noob's there, finally gets his mark.
It's going to be the first bit of oddball time in this round for OpTic. They have secured the map. Bound trying to get some forward presence and some high ground so you can see the spawners of Complexity and the routes they look to take. Catches multiple players, does a ton of damage before anyone even turns his way. Was able to hold the attention of 3 players, but after he goes down, Complexity likely to aggress forward. Until spamming that left trigger to get a little bit of extra aim assist. Will finally win that fight, but all still in favor of OpTic.
Double up lead just about for OpTic here in the early goings. Keme Matumbo, Mental swats that grenade, but he ultimately falls after dropping into the ice tunnel. Formal now, pushing in preemptively with the grenade toss. Doesn't earn any damage, but there's enough damage for him to clean up on Cherish. Bound has been that entry fragging damage demon that you expect from him. 17, 5, and 15. I'm actually surprised he doesn't have more assists.
I'd agree. He's had a heavy impact. He's dealt a lot of damage that wasn't followed up on those, but he's in the process kind of held Complexity back for multiple oddball holds. Definitely providing value to the squad. By the way, we see Onset in chat. We had Bravo stop by earlier. Everyone's just so hyped for Worlds that they just can't contain themselves. I can relate. It's all I'm thinking about.
Hey, you're forgetting another legend. There's Shurzy.
Shurzie's in here too.
Where's Gasket?
Okay. Let's get the whole crew in here, man.
Come on, man. Call your friend. No, but lack it, Dan. It's King Nick trying to thwart this onslaught of momentum that OpTic have earned after going up 22-13. It's been 30+ consecutive seconds secured for them. Ryu with a no-scope barrel stuff. Melee finishes off his opponent. Maybe this is what gets Complexity back in this one, but OpTic are still scoring. Oh, there we go. Another barrel stuff. And that will assuredly get Complexity back on the board. They're down by about 50.
Was there a weird like melee interaction where it like booped him up a little bit too as he landed the no scope, just to give it a little more oomph as he finds the next set of spawners? OpTic pretty fortunate to spawn bottom tower. I think that was actually the closest spawn point they could have possibly gotten, and they immediately take advantage by pushing into red before the other spawners can shoot them in the back.
3 down for OpTic. Make it all 4. Staggered out. So this is an opportunity here for Complexity. Wow, Legend, how patented and famous is that spawn over on A? That is routine that we see an A spawn, and then they get right back into red.
Yeah, honestly, as time goes on, if you're going to hold the oddball here at the red side of the map, you kind of need somebody to block that corner. I think a lot of teams are calling it cargo by the A stronghold, but because if you don't block it, they literally spawn with a clear line of sight to your oddball carrier, or they can just run straight to your setup. So I'm going to see that strategy, I think, advance as time goes on.
Yeah, 1G slide and you're already on the other side of the map. But for now, it's OpTic. Potential back-to-back sequences where they go 4 down, but Complexity hasn't been able to turn it into much time.
Not much time indeed. Legends rounded low shields. He gets taken down by Cherish. That's a pretty clutch kill. Gonna open the door wide open for the rest of Complexity to advance forward. And they've successfully chased OpTic away, but OpTic did not actually die, so they're just waiting for their shields and will re-enter the fight.
Complexity able to cut the lead in half and then some. They're growing on it, trying to get within 20. As Cherished in a tricky fight right now, Formal, but he earns the reversal. Big win there for Cherished.
Very tricky fight, but plays it perfectly against Formal. Cherished, one of those players that is so individually talented. I would take him in a lot of these 1v1 fights, even against some of the world's best. And for that win, he's been awarded quite a bit of ball time. Have a setup for now. It's 2v2 situation on the map as both teams trade out. King Nick's going to actually elect to play the ball for now. They've only got a minute left in regulation, so going to have to pick it back up here shortly.
You might want to try to pick up that snipe, which just popped up on the map. It looks like in their push. So a little bit of a 2-for-1 for Complexity. They're able to advance on the map, pick up the snipe, and now make their way into the base. And there you can see the sniper trails ringing out. It's in the hands of someone for Complexity. Mental. Ooh. Speaking of hands, take these, Legend.
Beautiful stuff there. 20-second deficit is Complexity in right now, but they've got the ball in hand. Ryan's got the sniper top tower. His location just now realized, almost lands the headshot onto Renegade, and he gets triangulated, taken out of the equation. Legend gonna push up and grab the sniper and meets no resistance. Oh! And just like that, might have been how he ended the last round as well. 4-second deficit for Complexity, but OpTic have secured the map.
I was just about to ask, are they gonna pick up the oddball here or just try to thwart one final push? They're gonna take the oddball, and I think as soon as the push becomes cautious and advantageous for Complexity, you'll see OpTic drop it with about a 20-second lead with 20 seconds left on the clock. So this is perfectly played oddball right now from OpTic.
Yeah, I don't mind them holding this whatsoever. They're going to also elect to just play it out into the ice, which means even if they die here, they can come off spawn and contest it. They did get 3 dead, though, did Complexity. 16 seconds in regulation. OpTic have 1 push.
From the cargo to the ice sheet, OpTic make their way into red. The shields are beeping red for Renegade, staying alive, earning the assist, 72 to 82. 10 seconds between these two teams and 10 seconds left.
Uh-oh. 6, 5. OpTic gonna just leave the ball where it is. All they have to do is play keep away. That should be OpTic's round, and it is.
OpTic Gaming, that I think we're most curious about. Falling off a little bit in the last couple of LAN tournaments. They've given Shopify all of the momentum heading into Worlds, but OpTic are the defending champs. They were the power seeding #1 team going into this, and maybe still are.
Complexity with a great start, able to get the camo. Almost gets turned by bounds. Should have an easy kill onto Formal. Doesn't even need to get it himself, as his teammate does. And they also know exactly where Legend is, and he's gonna walk right into the elbow of King Nick. This is a great start for Complexity.
Yep, up by 2. Most importantly, they got the camo in the suit of King Nick, and he's gathering intel, knows that OpTic are trapped at A. Renegade spawn's a little bit spaced out, but you can see Complexity and King Nick are just eyeing this next push, just waiting for the opening break.
Nick doesn't really know what to do here. I wouldn't know what to do either. I mean, you know where all of OpTic are, but you can't just go in. They're waiting for you. Ammo has now dissipated. OpTic make their move. They take over the tower. Looks like 1-for-1 trades for the time being, but OpTic completely content with how this played out. I mean, look at the patience paying off for OpTic.
Okay, it's one thing to time the camo when it comes up, but it's another thing to time when the camo depletes. Did y'all notice how as soon as King Nick lost camo, OpTic made their push? I'm going to give credit to Lunchbox on that. That was perfectly timed.
Yeah, that was well played. They could have also heard the sound cue. It is pretty loud when the camo dissipates. So it could have been that. Could have been a call from Lunchbox.
Double kill.
But all the while, Complexity still maintained their lead. It was a great play out of disadvantage from OpTic, but they find themselves right back in it.
Reversal perfect. As Legend secures the slay on the Ryanoob, makes sure that this game could have bounced to 5 for Complexity. Instead, OpTic keep it within 3.
Being sneaky, his location's definitely not known. Finds the backs of 3 different Complexity players. Finishes one off, and before he gets attacked by Cherish, but it's a huge 2-for-1 trade there in a moment that OpTic kind of needed, as Complexity still have this lead and are kind of keeping the pressure on OpTic.
Here we go. There's that 5-kill lead that Complexity were brewing. Just waited a little while to grab the coffee off the pot. Now King Nick pushing into a Legend. I thought he was maybe across the map. He was at the bridge. Wow.
Was King Nick trying to shoot a grenade, or is there a little like hole you can shoot through down there? I don't know. That was weird looking. Not sure what King Nick did in that prior play. Now unable to get the camo. First melee doesn't connect.
Ooh.
And he gets cut out of the play by King Nick. King Nick falls shortly after, but OpTic have done well to bring this close. It's now just a 2-kill game.
Yeah, just as it looks like Complexity, we're starting to go on a run. OpTic pulling back in. That's Renegade. Not having his routine Slayer, just 3-1-5, but still plenty of time to get back on the board. A stalemate has occurred. You can see Legend setting up on the C platform, trying to draw out the push towards that side, but it looks like Complexity are eyeing the push from tower to A instead as a potential combat evolved. Yeah, there it is. Renegade. The combat evolved nonetheless. Hey, he didn't throw the sticky, but it all counts the same, I guess.
I'm wondering if that was a Complexity grenade onto the shock rifle. Oh my god. Formal sticks mental as he slides in and is still alive after the double kill. Might also be able to pick up the shock rifle off of Renegade's body. He's looking for it, has found it, and at perfect timing, instead of off the rack, it's off the floor for Formal as he finds a double with the shock rifle off of Renegade's body.
And a quick look at the GameSir split screen tells us that Luminon have taken game 1 off of SSG. The international competitors have came to play all throughout Season 4, but especially here today as they're looking to regroup after a multiple top 8 finish for the internationals side of competition. 25 all here between 2 of NA's best in Complexity versus OpTic Gaming, as King Nick works his way through towards the plasma pistol, but instead wants to avert his attention towards the tower, jumps up to the bat ledge to reach that angle and does enough damage to take down 2 to 1 shot, but I don't think that damage is going to get cleaned up on. That can be crucial. There we go. Legend does get taken down, but Renegade makes it away.
This is interesting. Complexity, I think, are playing very well here. Not only keeping it close, but even kind of bringing back when they were previously at a deficit. King Nick finds a kill there. And it is maintained as a tied game for several kills in a row now.
OpTic the first to reach 30, though, despite what's been a close one, and Legend stays alive, doesn't trade out. That's OpTic. 2-kill lead now. The spawn's occurring at A, just around the corner for Legend. Nice bait and switch there from King Nick. Takes him down.
We have officially started the game as the game starts in the 30s here with Mental finding the kill onto Bound. That's going to actually put Complexity into the lead. Looks like a huge push coming in from OpTic, and look at the timing of King Nick. Not only gets that double, but keeps his teammate alive. Now it's Mental. Pop Gold does get taken down and does not hit that plasma pistol shot. But the 2 members of OpTic here will advance forward aggressively, and look at this. They spawn nearby. and the collapse is in. OpTic are swarming and look to take control of this map.
OpTic aren't content to hold the high ground at glass. They want to push through and split these spawns and swamp the C location of Complexity. 36-35 here as Complexity clinging to a 1-kill advantage, but a crucial fight occurs. Fortunate to take down Legend in what looked like a 1v3 for King Nick.
It's a uncharacteristic game for Renegade so far. Just 4 kills. Ryan on the other side has 3, but he has 11 assists.
Another miss.
Another plasma pistol miss might make the difference. Complexity go up by 3.
Ooh. King Nick is going to chase out this damage from Formal, but after taking a shot from the A side of the map, might want to rethink that. As Formal calls for help, gets it. Now it's Ryanu pushing up. Help, help, help. Bait and switch, bait and switch, bait and switch has gotten OpTic back into a tie scenario. 40 all.
That's what I'm talking about, man. They go down in the game, but they always find a way to work their way back into the lead. They've done just that, a 1-kill lead. They know where these spawners are as well. Legend's going to take the front line. I think Nick might get the first shot, though. He does.
No.
But Legend with the curb slide destroys it.
Oh my God. What should have been a lead in the end game for Complexity is notched up at 44 once again. Here we go. Cherish with the opening break headshot onto Formal makes it a 1-kill lead in the final moments of game number 2 here. Mental trying to stay alive, calls for help from Cherish. Once you see Cherish push up towards the C platform, the cavalry will form around him. And he's got 3 there to OpTic's 2, so I like this push advantage state for Cherish, but it doesn't look like they're going to take it. Now OpTic make it a 3 versus 3.
This is interesting. I think they're maybe thinking about going for the Shroud because Camo's coming up. And that's the only reason they didn't push there was out of fear that they didn't want to lose that fight and then also lose the Camo. They want to maintain their positioning so that they can grab it. No one's really feeling comfortable enough to go for it just yet. Both teams trying to get a slay or 2 before they go for it. Ryan finds a double kill with a sticky.
Crowd screen affords Complexity the opportunity to take Camo and likely game number 2 as OpTic get wiped. It's a 3-kill lead for Complexity. And you could try to formulate a push around King Nick. But watch out, if he falls, I do fear Complexity's chances here. Despite being up, you got to keep King Nick alive. And it looks like he's going to take the same route as his teammates. There we go. So they need to win this game 3 as well, just to afford themselves a chance, a slip up in game number 4.
Absolutely a critical one for both teams. Did he grab the Camo? He did. Drops it to the floor. Legend's going to be the one to find it. Going to be the early advantage for OpTic. That's 4 dead. Complexity spawning up pretty close together, though. These 3 players already up at the same time, and Legend looks to make their life difficult here.
Legend was able to spot Cherish, so he knows that at least one has made it out towards the pink side. He was able to take down King Nick, so the base is clear for now. The question is, what's the call going to be? I don't know if Legend feels comfortable calling for Renegade to take that bomb and try to arm it with 2 down. So they're going to reset and play for more slays. That's going to be tough, though, as Renegade falls. Legend, another 1v2, another win. Oh, my God, yes, with the last shot. Oh, God, it was disgusting.
I wouldn't have minded him arming this bomb with Camo sooner, but now he's just literally doing it all. He's showing that he took his timing perfectly, got the double kill. Renegade was there to help, of course, but impressive execution from Legend.
How often do you see Halo pros single-handedly just about score for their team? I mean, that takes a lot of teamwork to put one cap in or one plant on the board. And Legend, 7-0-0. Can we go back to his POV?
Here he is, still in the back of Complexity's base. And Complexity should know this. When you spawn in the fridge, you should know that someone's still lurking behind you. They should also have kept track and know that Legend has not been killed yet. Looks like they killed the rest of OpTic, though. Will they still backtrack here, or will they just move forward? They have to be wondering where Legend is. Yep, here they come. They do come back.
Oh my God, the juke strafe with the thrust. Takes down Mental, but ultimately gets cleaned up afterwards. His spree will stop short of the frenzy just by 2, but most importantly, Legend with those 8 slays was able to put 1 on the board. OpTic up early.
King Nick not on the board yet. Formal just got his first kill, but King Nick been playing so well today. Gotta feel like he needs to be playing well for Complexity to upset the likes of OpTic. They do get 2 dead here. Bomb still sits in the center of the map. But for now, Complexity are just trying to fight for mid-map control.
King Nick making his way towards the camo. It's up now. Gotta be some shots coming out. There we go. That was bait. Legend and the rest of OpTic were just waiting for King Nick to try and approach the camo, and now after taking him down, have first sights on it. But after Legend goes down, it's going to be a continuous fight for it. Middle of the map being fought for. It's the camo of highest priority. And it looks like King Nick was able to come back off the spawn and sneak it. No! Bounce steals it instead.
Ooh, he does get taken down though. Clutch kill from King Nick. Really important at this moment to do that. And he finds another before he gets taken down, so pressure still being applied. Ryan Noob gets outgunned by Formal. But a good grenade and placement of that battle rifle shot from Mental shuts him down as well.
Mental pushing up into OpTic's courtyard. This feels like the first time we've really seen Complexity string together a push into their base, but numbers too strong, Renegade too strong, and what happens when Renegade comes back online? Trouble for Complexity, and in the form of that bomb push. But Renegade's actually going to drop it and work his way back to OpTic's base, clear it, and then work back to the bomb. But he gets taken down. Nice double kill there.
Yeah, huge double from Cherish after Renegade was starting to heat up, like you said. Now Cherish is behind enemy lines, forcing OpTic to spawn on the fridge. They should know he's here. But they just advance towards the B side, which I kind of like that play. You're not going to have much success trying to fight bridge to base, so might as well just go straight to P2. Have a better line of sight on the rest of the map. Ultimately, though, Cherish still alive. I think that bomb is going to be in Complexity's hand.
Yeah, Complexity have position in the OpTic base, but the bomb isn't quite there just yet. It's screaming towards that location. Cherish doing his best Legend impersonation, winning a 1v3. He gets 2. 3 total with the assist, and that's going to put Complexity on the board, tied up at 1.
Cherish playing godlike in that last entire life, to be honest. Remember, he's the one that opened up that whole play with the double kill from Car 1 in the first place. He's still alive from that play. Found 3, guarantees the bomb arm, and he's still behind OpTic. Look at this. Renegade doesn't check the monitors, and Cherish is still alive. What is he doing?
Staying alive. Staying alive. Unbelievable.
Oh, sorry.
That's where I was going with it. I'm glad you picked up on it. Cherish with another assist. He's got 7 to his name. More assists on the side of Complexity, so you could argue they're playing a little bit better team ball as Cherish continues to be a nuisance for OpTic Gaming. Formal would love to take him down, but Cherished will finally fall.
Nobody kills Formal Matt 5 times in a row, just a few. He's gonna finally shut down the spree that Cherish was on. Got ourselves a tie series and a tie game. These 2 teams playing very close.
Very close indeed. I mean, hey, tied in the series, tied in the match. It's about as close as you can get. 3-2 fall, though, for Complexity. So this is going to put OpTic back on offense. Formal, waiting for the spawns to filter out for Complexity. They're making their way from Fridge up to P1 and P2, and they deplete Formal rather quickly. So Formal had it set up, but he did not get the slays he wanted.
Renegade now in the base of Complexity, and he's just going to start arming it. It was actually already almost finished before. Trades out. Nobody from OpTic able to follow up on the play. Just like that, Complexity will clear their side.
Wow, that's as much of a goal line stand as you'll see in neutral bomb, as that one was at, what, 99.9%. So Complexity, by the hair of their chinny chin chin, as Tools would like to say, not only stop OpTic from scoring, but wipe them and now have a chance to counter.
Look at this. Cherish once again behind OpTic. They should know it. Like I said, they're spawning Fridge. They should know there's a reason for that spawn, but they don't care. Once again, they just press forward. They don't give Cherish an opportunity to cause a problem. They said, let's just move forward, get kills. We'll deal with Cherish later. We could just arm this bomb.
And Cherish works his way out to the Fridge. Rather than maybe grabbing a battle rifle in the base and shooting across map, the body block comes through, and Legend puts another one on the board. He scored twice.
What a response from OpTic. That is so smart. Like I said, they knew Cherish was behind them, but they said, screw it. Let's just go forward and grab this bomb, and they turn it into a bomb arm. I just don't see other teams doing that.
Sneaky, cheeky score there for OpTic Gaming, and you're right. They said, all right, well, hey, you can take our base, but we'll take yours. As OpTic now up by 1. A little over 5 minutes left in this one. Formal staring down a 1v2, but he's got help across the map from Renegade. Now in a 1v1 against Mental, but his shield's just a little bit lower at the onset of that fight. Mental able to take him down because
now the script has been flipped. It is Complexity in a position that they need to get an arm in the next 5 minutes. King Nick momentarily had the camo, thought he could make a play, waited for the beatdown to be able to kill, but unfortunately there was one more shot required for that to work. But Complexity tried to push forward anyways. I don't know if I agree with that. You've got 4.5 minutes to go. You can take your time on some of these engagements and look for better options.
yeah, they still have enough time left in the match to pick their spots strategically. After falling 2, they are able to take down 3 for OpTic Gaming. So Rhino and the rest of Complexity should get back on this bomb. It is inching closer and closer to the green OpTic base. Rhino, though, trying to take his sights. High angle position. 2-2 in your split screen. Good game, sir. And this is one that Space Station got to have, but they go 3 down, and that will do it. Luminon sweep the floor of SSG.
Impressive. Luminon in your winners semifinals. No, winners finals, right?
I think that's winners. Yeah, you're right. I think that is winners final.
Because they just beat. Yeah, we're in winners.
Okay, so that is to get to winner semis.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
Winners
an
semis.
impressive run from the boys across the pond, now stateside, as everybody boot camping and landing for the World Championship in just a couple weeks. 3.5 left in this one between Complexity and OpTic, tied in the series, but OpTic have the 1-point advantage. Legend content to just keep this bomb on the side of Complexity's base. Mental, though, does get the opening break onto Formal, and here we go. This is where they'll start to push out.
Legend all the way behind enemy lines, but his location is well known. Gonna get hunted down. Yeah, nowhere to go, unfortunately. Mental make sure that he can't make any more huge plays as he has been all game long. And beautiful shots out of Mental, just patient. Didn't spam the trigger, waited till he was on target against Renegade. You've got to be patient to beat a player like Renegade in a 1v1.
Oh my god. Like a bunch of C4s planted in the util. As King Nick will fall because of the explosive ordnance, so too will Mental. So great use of the frags in the stickies there from OpTic Gaming to clear their side of the base.
Legend and King Nick both trade 4 shots into each other's suits. Both decide to back down, so they would rather take another fight. OpTic advancing this bomb forward, find 2 dead on both sides. Renegade with a bounce grenade. Doesn't see that player that rotated through the shroom stairs, and it tells me Renegade might get a couple of kills, but it's going to be hard for him to stay alive. No, with the camo, going to actually reroute in a way that Complexity don't expect, but Complexity have advanced the bomb.
OpTic win the gunfight, but Complexity are able to clear the base and get that bomb back to the 50. OpTic now closer and closer once again. As Renegade is starting to come back online, we're starting to see the Demon in full form, going for the triple kill here. He gets it. Is there an overkill on the map that presents an opportunity to him? No, but King Nick, that grenade might be lethal. That might have been a good nade toss there. I'd be surprised to see if King Nick isn't 1 or 2 shots.
Legend does die. He was the guy on the front lines with the bomb, but I don't think OpTic care. As long as they can keep Complexity pinned in their base the next minute and a half, they will be the victors of this game. Complexity in a spot where they have to force it. Look at this. Ryan has somehow snuck through. OpTic know that he's here, though. And they're going to he's going to have to get a couple kills if this is going to be possible. Oh.
Mental goes in with low shields, trades out ultimately Legend. Looking to be the hero here, but he has help. Renegade and OpTic clear the base once again.
Wow. Legend just going to throw this bomb as forward as possible. I think that might have been the game-winning play. It was a good effort from Complexity, though. A couple more things just slightly go their way. That could have been the tie-up. At this point, they've got to not only find kills, but they've got to advance the bomb into the other side of the map. They've got to get it into the base. They've got to kill spawners again. And I just don't feel like it's going to be possible in the next 40 seconds.
Oh, Renegade! Frenzy! We called him out for only getting 5 slays. He's 6x that here, approaching 30 in game number 3. And we said it's 1 in 100. You see a game like that from Renegade, and it's 99 out of 100 where you see a game like this for Renegade as he continues on his reign of terror. Complexity go 4 down. That'll do it. OpTic go up in the series.
Unplug your controller. There's no way to win this one. Renegade on the verge of a running riot, perhaps, but he's just guaranteeing the dub as he so frequently does. There's a reason this guy has won more lands than anyone in Halo Infinite. Both these teams understand how important snipers are. Interesting opening strat adjustment here from Renegade. Actually grabs the BR to start and then finds that. Are you kidding me? Now he's pinging the sniper to let them know this could be a very fast game, Hunter.
Got a couple of shots onto Mental with the battle rifle. Saw him work his way to the left and preemptively shot him in the chest to clean him up. Not able to earn the headshot afterwards. Mental goes back to the well to pick up that snipe. Renegade does land one body shot on him. But Complexity are actually pushing OpTic back. But OpTic score first. It's a sneak attack.
Unbelievable opening here from OpTic, and it's not over. You asked for Renegade to wake up. I think he is fully lucid right now. And that's a huge double kill. 3-0 start for him, and OpTic still control the map.
Renegade like he's lucid dreaming right now. Just when you take control in your dreams and you know you're dreaming and you can just do whatever you want. It's kind of what Renegade looks like right now, huh?
He certainly does. Lucid also just means very awake and aware, by the way. Doesn't have to be a dream. But here we go. Renegade still has 3 bullets to work with. Finds nothing in the last 10 seconds or so. Legend has the other sniper. With 2 snipers in the hands of OpTic, what can they do? I don't think Complexity has any idea that Legend is all the way behind them. Might just cause some problems.
Oh, Formal causing problems with the use of the thrust and the fisticuffs.
Double kill.
Dynamo grenade. Rarely see that now. Really able to take him down. And Legend had worked his way all the way to the back of Complexity's base. He's still there, and they don't know it. He's going to take a couple of pop shots, take 2 players down to 1 shot, make it 3. Earns the double. Now looking to claim the OS. Did he drop it off the map? I don't know. It's probably on the lips edge.
Oh, King Nick just barely misses that fight, but yeah, I'm not sure
It is.
where that it is. Is it? Where is it?
You can see it. It's right there on the lip. Isn't it?
Where the shock grenade spoke?
Maybe that was a frag I saw that was lighting up. Either way, the OS Legend might have just made a heads-up play resetting it.
As long as you deny it to the other team, that is a big value shift, I would say. As Legend enters the basic Complexity, will pull this flag, and he's just going to immediately take it through the tunnel. His team have died around him, but look at this. He actually backtracks with good timing, and look how fast he is. Not sure if Complexity are going to know where to look for him.
Wow, talk about a candy cane route here. A couple months early on Christmas, but Legend still trying to look like Santa Claus to the green wall. And he's worked all the way from the tunnel to top mid, and he's still dealing out damage. What a route.
Yeah, that was kind of a pivot play because his team was dying. Had he had 1 surviving teammate, I think he would have stayed. By the way, crazy G-slide here. This guy is so fast on the map. But yeah, he just reacts to what's happening around him and just navigates the situation flawlessly. He's just going to steal the Complexity sniper. It's 4 dead. This could be another flag cap. It should be.
Uh-oh. Watch out. The high wire trapeze act is on full display here from Legend, and now he could add some icing on the cake. Takes down Mental. Oh, those 2 players do escape through. No, Cherish actually routes back to take some shots onto Legend, but this is a foregone conclusion. OpTic 2-0.
Yeah, I think Complexity started to think about chasing that flag down, but then Ryan was like, no, they're going to cap this. Let's make sure they don't cap twice. Let's kill this sniper and keep ourselves alive in the series. And I think that's a good play here in a situation where pushing through that tunnel would have likely led to a double cap.
Swipey with the shot was a Renegade as he takes down 2. And oh, looky what I found. Knew that those 2 players presented themselves there on the stump because they wanted the snipe, but Renegades got it instead.
Do they know that Mental's all the way behind them? Mental's all the way in the back. Okay, he does turn to respond to it, but those shock grenades are deadly. Mental finds 2, and this is the best opportunity. Oh no, he has to lose some time to grab that sniper. Legend Ninja's cherished as well in the kill feed, but if he can land some shots. This could be something, but no, Mental cannot find value with that sniper. This is not going to be a flag cap for Complexity.
Ironically, Eli, you asked why don't we play to 5 on Forbidden CTF. It looks like when the players loaded in, they did set the score to 5. I don't know if we're GAing the 3-score rule, but just a note, you do see the 5 lines at the bottom of your screen indicating that this one theoretically goes to 5, but it's going to go to 3. And it might just be over right now. Legend with another flag on the run. Ryan Noob needs to stay alive, but Bound takes him down, and that should all but do it.